Hey everyone, welcome back to another live build. Today we're going to do a Star Wars set that is set number 75015. It is the Corporate Alliance Tank Droid set. You can see it comes with 3 minifigures. One is a droid, and then the other ones are Jango Fett and a clone trooper. You can see we've got a new Jango Fett and then a new droid. It's called the Battle Droid. I wonder what's new about it. Let's open it up and find out. The set is for ages 7 to 12, so it should be a fairly straightforward little build. Where's my knife? Okay, so this one doesn't have, this is one of the sets that has a little thumb piece here. You're supposed to rip the whole box apart. So what I like to do is actually just pull the little flap there that's glued on. You can just run your finger right through it, and it opens it up that way. That way there's minimal destruction of the box. Alright, so we've got 2 loose satellite dish plates in there. We have 1 instruction book with the kid that's screaming on the back. We've got a bag number 2 and a bag number 1. Bag number 1 has 2 little bags in it. This is kind of cool. I've never seen this before. They put all of these little headpiece accessories in their own little bag. So you've got the antennas that go on the helmet, and then you got the visors. Those are all in their own little bag. It's the bag with the holes. I'm not sure why they choose one bag or the other. You know, because most of the bags are just the solid plastic one, but you can see this one has the little holes in it. Of course, it's not going to focus. So there's our little mini pieces of headgear stuff. And then we have the other little bag inside the big bag. And this is just your typical little Technic pins and small studs and 1x1 plates. Your normal mini stuff. Alright, so let's get our first minifigure built, and this is the new Jango Fett. And this is kind of cool. He has a new backpack piece. So he's got a jetpack, and it's already built into the little neck clip thing. Alright, he has light blue pants. He has a single printed face, which I'm okay with because it's going to be covered up with the helmet anyway. So there's our single printed face. He kind of has his mean look on. And then you throw the helmet on. You can't see the face anyway with the helmet on. So more than likely the helmet is always going to be on. So having a single printed face is no big deal. It ain't that bad to me. So he has a little helmet antenna piece, and he carries these very, very basic guns, blasters, whatever there are. And these are the little blasters you see in like city, the fire truck applications where they put the string on there, and you know they're using it as their fire apparatus. But it's just a very basic gun. It's not even that great of a gun in my opinion. You know, you've got something like this. It's a, you know, has a scope and has a little bit more definition as a gun. And then you've got this thing. It's just a tube. Alright, so that's our Jango Fett. Then we have the Clone Trooper. Let's get him put together. He has also a single printed face, flesh colored brick, and kind of a mean, angry face. And then once you get the helmet on, there you go. Nothing to it. He's got the big blaster, and he's got a little Technic pin added to the end of it. Focus, please. There it goes. So you can see it makes it a lot longer. Probably make him want to topple over. Have to lean him back a little bit. Alright, so that's the Clone Trooper. Now we have our droid. And all of his pieces are mostly in the small bag piece. Okay, and he carries a little blaster as well. Which one is he carrying? I think I put the extension on the wrong one for the Clone Trooper. Clone Trooper has this like sniper rifle of a gun here. And then our droid carries a little blaster. Alright, there's our droid. Not too bad. It's a little flimsy, just with these little clips holding everything together. You only get one, so if you're gonna build a droid army, it's gonna take a lot of buying of either the droids on Bricklink or a lot of these sets and parting them out. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into our build. Looks like we're going to start by building a portion of the tank. It looks like just the main chassis of the tank. And I'm going to try to go as fast as I can, within reason, so you guys stay interested. I mean, now that we've passed the minifigures, I mean, that's mostly what everyone's here to see is the minifigures. Let's go ahead and speed through the build here. And I will stop and show any new or interesting pieces as I get there, but everything right now has basically been bricks, Technic bricks, and a few Technic pins here and there. Nothing too crazy yet. Oh, I don't know if you saw on the outside of the box, but I did get this set at 30% off at Target this past weekend. Just happened to be strolling around, checking out the toy section, like I always do. And they had a decent amount of sets at 30% off. So this is one of them that I grabbed while I was there. I actually only ended up getting two. There was probably 5 or 6 sets that were on clearance. But either I already had some of them or some of them I just didn't want. So this is one that I got. And now look at this, you guys are enjoying it too. Alright, so we're almost done. Let me show you something. Yeah, as we've stacked these Technic bricks with all the pins, you can see we've kind of created this little stud pattern. And these are the little Technic pins with just the studs sticking out. So we've kind of got this little crazy little pattern. So it looks like what we're gonna do is put these modified plates with clips. There, put these on there and create this little clip array, and then we'll put these little faux hydraulic pistons in each one of these other clips. To create some sort of mechanized looking piece here. So we'll do that for the other side now. So there you go. So you have these bars that are basically sticking out the side here. All those Technic pieces just for that. Alright, so here's looks like the first assembly of our main wheel that connects the tank treads to. And it just goes right back here. And do the other side. So that's the back one, or the front one, I don't know. One more little assembly. There. Alright, so there's bag one. We have our chassis of this tank kind of built up. You can see we've got our gears here that will hold our tank treads. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 extra pieces. One of these basic little blasters, a Technic pin, and then 2 Droid arms. So that's our leftovers for bag one. Oh, and then all of these headgear pieces. Oops, you cannot see that. There we go. All these little headgear pieces are left over as well. Alright, so bag two. This has a lot more pieces than bag one did. a lot of these dishes, these little satellite dishes in there. Of course, we got a whole bag of the tank treads, and then another little bag that has the small pieces in it. So there's a lot more pieces in this set than I originally thought there would be. I only got it for $20. Oh, I'm sorry. The original retail price was $20. And it has 271 pieces. So that's a lot of pieces. Granted, the bulk of them are small Technic pieces, so you can't really do a good price per part comparison, because mass wise it's still a small set. But for $14, not a bad pickup. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump right in here. There's no minifigures. We built them all with the first bag. And we've got a little Technic assembly here we're going to start putting together to, I guess, get all the inner workings going. Sliding these little bushings all the way down these axles can be pretty tight. So this is a tricky little build here. And then a 3 long stuck on this little bitty axle. Now, I've said it in other videos, I'm a Technic fan, so I build a lot of Technic sets. So I'm kind of flying through these Technic steps because they're something that I'm familiar with. But there are going to be kids that are going to struggle with the Technic steps in these sets, and all I can say is don't get frustrated, stick with it, because it will eventually make more sense the more you build them and understand what's the purpose of all these little bitty pieces put together. So hang in there, kids. You'll enjoy the end result. Don't get frustrated. So you can see we've basically got all these gears and all these pieces just kind of hanging out, floating everywhere. You really can't tell what's going on with it. But hopefully as we get this put together, it'll make a lot more sense to you. So we've got our big satellite dishes here. We're gonna go ahead and put on now. So there we go. It's starting to look like a tank droid, or a battle tank droid. Is it the Droid battle tank? Corporate Alliance tank droid. Corporate Alliance, that's a mouthful. Corporate Alliance tank droid. Okay. Now we have a little sub assembly, so I'm going to push that to the side. Go ahead and get this thing going. This is one of those things we're probably going to do 2 of, so I'm going to take a risk. Build the other one. Opposite hand. Mirrored copy of it. Alright, so we've got both of them built. One for each side. Yep, there's the other one. So go on each side there. And right there. So, saved a lot of steps there. So now we've got another one that it does say 2 times. So we'll go ahead and pull out 2 of each of these pieces. Now, these are identical, unlike the previous little sub build that I did. They were mirrored copies of it, so they weren't quite identical. This is actually 2 identical pieces. Okay, and of course our, what is a Star Wars set without some flick fires? So this is where the flick fires come in. Two more, those don't look like they're gonna flick. Nope, they're not. Okay. Those are going to attach to there and there. So I got some big cannons here on the side with our flick fires. Yay. Couple more dishes. There. Alright, now another little sub build. If you like gray or dark bluish gray, light bluish gray, this is definitely the set to get. It is all gray. If you're looking to build up some collection of your gray pieces. And black, a little bit of black. One. I should have known. It's 2 of the same thing, just mirrored. So I called it the first time and I didn't see this one coming. So I'm doing another one. It's extremely similar. I almost don't even have to look at the instructions. Kind of have it memorized what I just did. So that helps make it go a little bit faster, right? Alright. So that's the second one. Alright. So there is mostly everything, and then we get to put together 60 tank treads. Holy moly. Get ready for some exciting building here. This is going to be probably the most exciting thing you've watched ever. Sometimes I wish these were already assembled, because you really can't use these for any other build, I guess. I mean, I've seen people try, but it's hard. Almost done. We're at about 40, if my counting is about right. You can see it's definitely growing in length, and we'll probably have a few extra. So, you see the pile's getting smaller too. I wonder how many of these little treads are in the UCS sand crawler that just came out. I'm sure it's probably closer to 200 of them. Oh, it's starting to make my fingers hurt. Alright, I'm going to count where I'm at. Alright, we're at 60 exactly. We have 2 extras. Let's go ahead and pop this on there. Now I do tend to find that they make these a little bit more loose than need be, but this one at 60 links really seems to be the right length to make it work. Now that being said, you can see maybe you can't see, but as I push this along this hard surface, these treads do not move at all. It's just sliding. So it's truly almost aesthetic. You have to. I mean, they do rotate around there. That's why they have these gears on there. So you can see they do move, but there's nothing. These things are so flat and smooth. There's nothing to grip the hard surfaces, so they do not move at all. I mean, I can physically move them. So it's a little disappointment that that's a huge design flaw, in my opinion, with these tank treads. Is, you know, if there's some way they can make it have some sort of grip where when you do push it, it does actually move, that'd be cool. Now it does work on rugs and carpet, but then, you know, you're on rugs and a carpet, and sometimes playing with Lego on soft surfaces like that tends to make the sets fall apart a little bit. So that's it for this build. You can see in our second bag we have quite a few more pieces left over. A couple Technic pieces, these tank treads, and little antenna. So we've got our tank, a droid, a clone trooper, and of course Jango Fett. Get them all standing up. So there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this build, and we'll do some other stuff with this set. You'll have to check back and see what else we'll be doing with it. So thanks for watching. Make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more of everything we do, and we'll catch you next time. Later.